I happen to be one of these people that is a firm believer in taking a risk. And the reason that I say that is you probably experienced this. I certainly experienced in my life in a large corporation. After a while, you become one of a crowd. You have developed certain skills, competence, you're known as such, that's good, but everybody's kind of moving along together. There's a few people that maybe get to branch out and do something different, move ahead, but you're part of the pack. So how do you differentiate yourself? How do you look visible? How do you be the person that gets to move ahead? And I happen to believe that one of the ways to do that is being willing to take a risk. And I tell this little story. About 10 years ago, I was chairing a panel at the California Governor's Conference for Women. And this was before Arnold. This was the previous governor. But it was a fascinating group of about 10,000 women, and I was chairing this panel in an offshoot session, sort of like this. And I had chosen these women to be on the panel because of their accomplishment. But it was so fascinating as we started talking to each other. So there were 5 of us. And it turned out that we all just happened to have technical degrees. And we all had master's degrees in a technical field. Some engineering, some chemistry, whatever, but we were all technical people. Not a one of us was still doing that technical job that we started out to do. And the reason was we had been willing to take a risk. And one of the women characterized it that she said, I always took the bizarre jobs. I always did the ones that somebody else didn't want to do. It made me visible, and I enjoyed it, and I had fun, and I could grow. And these were women. We had, myself at the time, I was a vice president of strategy and business development at Hughes. There was a CEO of a medical instrument company. There was a CFO at Disney, one of the divisions of Disney, president of Panda Restaurants, which was a family business, but she had gone off to be an engineer first, and then there was an IT executive. So all of these women were doing these fairly impressive jobs, started out as technical women, and had been willing to take those kind of weird little offshoots along the way, lots of times that men won't take, because it's not the normal way to go, or it is risky and you might be perceived as outside the norm, and they don't want to be outside the norm. But for women, I think to do that and take that risk, again, you become visible.